Hello everybody, thank you very much for joining me today for another video in my Twilight Zone ranking series where I rank every episode of the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'm going to be talking about number 52, Person or Persons Unknown, written by Charles Beaumont and directed by John Brahm. This is a season 3 episode, and as always there will be spoilers. So Person or Persons Unknown is a very good Twilight Zone episode. It's interesting and suspenseful, and in some ways this is one of the scariest episodes of the show, I would say. There's some really good direction from John Brahm as well, and I would definitely call this one a minor classic. So this episode stars Richard Long, who gives a very good performance as a man named David Gurney. And David wakes up ready to start the day, just like you normally would. But the problem is, it seems like no one knows who he is. His wife doesn't know him. Then he goes to work, and no one there seems to know him. And his own mother even denies knowing him. Now, this is a great premise, but it's a total nightmare for the character. I can't even imagine waking up and no one knowing who I am or where I came from. Also, I like how this is played throughout the episode, whereas an audience, we're really not sure if the character is confused or if other people are messing with him for some reason. We really don't know exactly what's happening. So eventually David is sent to a doctor who tells him that David does not exist. He says that this man made all this stuff up, but David says that he does exist and he can prove it because he knows things that have happened in his life, and is convinced that this is some kind of conspiracy against him. And again, we are not sure what's really happening here. So David escapes by going out the window, because that's what people do on Twilight Zone. He also takes a van, or steals a van, I guess is a better way to put it. So after a stop at a bar and another creepy scene, David gets this idea to go to a photo shop and ask for a picture of him and his wife that he was going to have developed. So now he has this picture, and he has proof that she knows him, as they are in the picture together. However, when his doctor and the police show up and find him, and they look at the picture, he is alone in the picture. So at this point, David seems to be losing it more and more. He basically goes crazy and collapses, and when he wakes up, he's back in bed, and it seems the whole thing was a dream, or definitely more of a nightmare. But in a great twist of the episode, when he sees his wife, it is a completely different woman. So now the role is reversed, as his wife recognizes him, but he doesn't recognize her. So some fans may be disappointed, as this is definitely a very open and a very abrupt ending, which could be considered the episode's weakness. We don't really get an explanation. But while an explanation would have been nice, I think it makes the episode even more creepy, not knowing exactly what's happening, because it seems David, or whoever this person is, may be in a never-ending nightmare, at least from his own point of view. So I really like this episode, Person or Persons Unknown. It's a very thought-provoking and intense episode throughout. And like I said, in some ways it's one of the scarier Twilight Zone setups for an episode for sure. And for all these reasons, that's why Person or Persons Unknown comes in at number 52 on the list. As always, feel free to let me know if you like this episode or not. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.